Oh, thanks for coming. What the flip is going on here? Hey, I'm glad you made it. Let me tell you real quick why you should stick around. I guess I'll stay. I know that you've been feeling lost lately. What? And I know it feels like you've been being torn apart into a million pieces. What? I know that you've been laying at night, thoughts running through your head, with no peace in sight. What? Stick around for a few minutes, and I'll give you the tools that you need in order to feel like you're finally standing on solid ground. Alright, but who are you? Who am I? I'm you! Our personal identities, our physical features, our characteristics, they're all different expressions of the same universal consciousness. And we might look completely different. But deep down, we're made of the same substance. Listen, I've been lost, chasing a life that wasn't my own for far too long. I felt like the outsider that could never find that secret code to get behind the door of belonging. I've searched and I've searched, I've searched and I've searched and I've searched and I've searched to find a partner that is outside of myself, that would show me the love that I require to feel fulfilled, knowing that it could never satisfy me truly. I've skinned my knuckles raw, fighting over nonsense, only battling with my own reflection. I've also touched my own divinity. That's how I know you too are divine. The best part, the very best part, is I've let go of my past. I've let go of the future. I've let go of these constructs that we've been given about time, and I've expanded my present. I've expanded this moment to such a degree that I'm able to get lost in it and stretch it as thin or as wide as I would like it to be. This is where all the creative forces get born. This is where creativity is forged. And from it, I realized that I couldn't put any faith onto my mind. I realized that I couldn't even get attached to that sense of security that this would be giving me the answers, the right answers. So it too had to leave. And at that moment I decided, and I realized that I needed to write everything down, just in case I would get lost, or I would forget my way, or I would be in unfamiliar grounds. And I need to get back to that point, back to the point where I felt loved, where I felt happy, where I felt like I was doing the right thing. That sense of passion, that sense of moving in the right direction. And I knew at that point that I had to record everything. I had to record all my conversation. I had to record all my thoughts. I had to record every sign that I possibly could, and I had to imbue my entire life with anything and everything that I felt like was giving me the directions toward where I wanted to be. This is where this comes in. Space between the Crescent shadows. One Lover's Account by Andrey Psyche. That's me. I believe that, and even experienced, that infinite wisdom that we all possess inside. And it's something that I didn't have in the past. It's something that I didn't even believe in necessarily. It was outside the realm of even finding. It was outside anything and everything that I could even conceive of. But once I touched it, once I felt it, then you can never go back. The only thing that was lacking at that point, the only thing that I knew I didn't have looking back, was that focus that allowed me to to peer through the murky waters, to peer through the fog and see with a piercing gaze the truth that always lies behind it. What this book will do is bring you that focal point, that remembrance of your own inner wisdom, that remembrance of past experience, of successes, victories, and losses, of the ones that you've loved passionately, just like yourself, and the ones that you've hurt. It'll show you the fork in the roads that you've faced and the decisions that you've made, and extrapolate what each decision led to and how you got to this point in life, how every single person that you've ever met, how every single interaction and conversation you've ever had got you to this point, to this state of mind, to this state of thinking, to this expression of reality. And to start digging in deeper and understanding the true power that you possess in your hands, behind your eyes, in your heart. This book will reach inside your chest, grab your heart, and squeeze until everything that's been hardened over the past few years, over the past lifetime, will finally revert back to its squishy, natural state of its infancy. If you feel like there's something missing, if you feel like you've always been searching for something, if you've been asking for a sign, well, this is it. This is it. Let me tell you, when I finally felt like I stumbled onto something great, onto something beyond myself, when I feel like I attained some sort of wisdom that I didn't have before. I remember before any of that happened, I stood behind my knowledge, my intellect. I knew this. I went to college. I learned and studied all of these big things. And I identified with that. And sometimes I'd put myself on a pedestal because I did have that information. And I'll tell you this right now, it was a life of misery. It was a life of mediocrity. And there was only a small individual, a small ego holding up this mirage of wealth that he picked up on the side of the road. And when I finally reached something that pierced through all of that, something that burned away this extra flesh, extra layer of deceit, and I touched something so true, so real, and so enlivening, that I swore that nothing would stop me from sharing with the world. That I swore that I would reach the people that I wanted to be reached. That I would give this information to the people who are craving it and that want something more from life. That they want to receive fulfillment. And years down the road, years of experimenting and fine-tuning and polishing, I can finally sit here in front of you and present to you this book. This book. Not only did I visually capture the emotions and the frequencies and the vibrations and just the life that surrounds me, but every page, every chapter has a sliver of my heart, has a sliver of my mind, has a piece of my own life that you can attach yourself to, that you can experience through your own life, through your own mind, through your own lenses and senses, and come back to a point of remembrance. I just remember wishing back in the past when I would chase anything and everything that come my way in hopes that I would get that thing that I've wanted, that thing that I've been missing, that thing that somebody took away from me early on, whatever it was. I remember that somebody would just give me a piece of information, just give me the answer. I think the reason I am where I am now is because I have been chasing it for so long in my past that I started chasing the answers that I knew I could find. So I dove into biology, I dove into science, I dove into the intellectual process because I knew there was always an answer. I knew that there's some scientists or some researchers that done the work that found an answer and they published it, and all I have to do is understand the process, understand the moving pieces, and then it just clicked for me. And perhaps that gave me an understanding on my own inner wisdom about how everything is connected and everything is one, and how there is no separation between us. But at the same time, the understanding I had before, that mask that I had, it was nothing compared to what I see now, to what I feel now. And it's not about the knowledge. The mind is gone. The mind has been gone for such a long time. It's all about the heart. It's all about the sensation. It's all about the feeling. And it's that feeling that we're not allowed to explore socially. It's that feeling that people call us crazy for. It's that emotion. It's that heart center that we have inside of us that's not embraced. And each page on this book has that raw, that vulnerable expression of your heart that will plant a seedling into your own heart to bring you back to a remembrance, to an understanding, to a feeling state that will get you exactly where you need to be. Because there's one thing that I learned. There's one thing that I understand. You can take a vase right now, take a cup, and put a whole bunch of stones in it. You might fill it up with this much water. But if you took everything that you don't need, everything gets purged, and then you have an empty vessel. That's when you can get filled with everything that you need, everything that you require. That's the point that we want to get you. That's the point that this book will get you to. Now, I have a tendency to give everything away for free. Because again, if it was me, and if it was you, and we're walking side by side, and you said, hey, I'm having this problem, or I'm having this feeling, I would talk to you. I would get you through it to the other side. If you're willing to listen, I'm willing to invest all of my time, all of my efforts, just to get you past this little point, past this blockade, because the barrier is always this much. It's always this much. It just takes a little bit of effort and just a little bit of friction, and you get over it, and life changes. Honestly, it goes from black and white to vibrant. It goes from a nightmare to the greatest dream you may ever have. Like that. So, since that is my tendency, I'm giving this book away for free. This whole book that I spent over a couple years compiling, polishing, editing, printing, designing, all the years that I put into this, I want you to have it. Because this, for me, this is a roadmap for me to get back to where I am. A foundation of peace, an expression of honestly infinite love toward anybody and everybody that I meet. The friendships that I've been able to cultivate, the connections that I've been able to find would have been completely impossible. I sit here right now and I just marvel at the beauty I've been able to achieve, at the love that surrounds me. And that is what I want to give to everybody. That's what I want you all to experience. Everybody. I want you to have this. And it starts right here with this free book. That all you have to do is follow the directions below to click add to cart and put it in your cart. All you have to do is pay shipping. That's it. All you have to do is pay shipping. I already have all of these. All you need to do is add it to your cart, pay for the shipping, and you will get it right into your door. You can have it, you can touch it, you can smell it. You can do whatever you want with it. And I'm telling you, if you spend just a few moments every day, just read and get it yourself into this emotional state and really get inside the poetry and see yourself reflected back from these pages, you will come to that realization that I've come to. You will sit where I'm sitting, and the illusions will fade away. And the truth will reveal itself to you. Now, To make the deal even sweeter for you, when you do scroll down and you add this to cart, I've added even more resources for you to get you motivated, to get you started, to push you over that obstacle. The other thing I'm including is a PDF version of this book right here. So you don't have to wait until this arrives to start reading, to start working, to jump into that state, that emotional environment. You can have it right now. As soon as you check out, add the PDF copy to your card as well and enter free as your promo code. Charge you nothing. At the same time, there's going to be access to downloads of my songs that are very similar in this nature. They give you that ability to really express yourself and to really connect, musically speaking. At this point, you don't even have to read. You just plug in the headphone. These are some of my most popular songs. You can download them for free. They're yours. Again, I just want to give it to you. I just want to reach you. What else? Do you know who Alan Watts is? If you do, awesome. I added some videos of Alan Watts that specifically push you to this brink. There's only about 7 videos, but you have full access to them. You can watch them anytime. And if you don't know who Alan Watts is, my God, you're going to be super excited because, again, I added 7 videos so you can watch 1 through 7, a few minutes. The total amount of time is maybe about an hour of watching from those 7 minutes. But that hour, those 7 videos will push you to exactly where you need to be, to open your mind, to open your perspective, to see some of the programming and the conditioning we've been living through. And to start to undo that, start to unwind that, and to start finding yourself. Start seeing yourself for who you are. That's all included. And final bonus that I'm also including is a compilation, a collection of visual meditation tools, this powerful visual meditation tools that I've created. They're abstract images that I use for my own visual meditation. Now, these are images, these are paintings that I've created. These are things that I use for my own designs, for my clothing, for my backdrops, for stickers, for literally anything and everything, for my books, for my book designs. And these are things that you can use for yourself. So if you wanted to put it on the wall, you can. If you wanted to put it on a piece of clothing, you can. Put it on your phone, on the background of your computer. You can do all of these things. These are very practical things that you can use. But what they truly are, their true purpose, is for meditation. What I do, is I use these images and I put them up there on my computer, or I have them printed out. And I spend maybe 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes just emptying my mind and clearing it on the image that's ahead of me. And I sit there and I try to weave the patterns into my mind. It's trying to see what the painting includes, what the painting's trying to show me. I try to draw out those features that stand out to me and push back those that do not. And what happens eventually is something clicks, and if something's being shown to you, and that is the moment that you start to evolve that thought. You start to grow that idea, and most of the times it's something so profound with such deep wisdom that you will surprise yourself at the knowledge that you've been holding on to without even ever realizing it intellectually. Actually, how my first book came to be. Crescent of the Psyche gave me wisdom, understandings that I never knew I had, and that finally allowed me to believe in my own power, in my own self, and push myself forward creatively and independently as a person. This is what I'm giving you, a collection of these meditative images, a chance to take this book, to find those feelings, to find those emotions, to find those pain bodies, and to focus on this visual meditation tool, and to truly express them, truly get them out. And whether you write after that and express yourself, to find that wisdom, to extract that knowledge into a journal, and then you can burn it for all I care, for all you care, or it's something that you can use for yourself, to always keep yourself reminded, this, yes, this. Because I'd be surprised how often I learn something like that. have to repeat it again. And it's such a silly feeling when you get back to that same realization. I remember this. So you learn the lesson the first time, and you never have to repeat that lesson ever again, and you can always move forward. These are the tools that I'm willing to offer you. These is what I want to sweeten the pot with, to give this to you and to really get you on this path to transformation. This book, Expedition of the Psyche, will be the main focal point that you need to get yourself on that road. If you want to buy this book, I will also include a free PDF of this version. But if you'd like to buy this book to get this shipped to you, this will be an upgrade of $20. You can add it on the bottom if you'd like. This one's free. Just pay the shipping. Get it to you. Get the visual meditation tools. Get the music. Get the access to the videos. Get the free PDF. Get all of that for just the price of shipping. And start living your best life. Act now, because this offer will not last forever. Only as supplies last. So go down right here, click add to cart right now, check out, and if you want all those free things, just add free at the promo code at checkout. Make sure to add the visual meditation, make sure to add the PDF, make sure to add all of those extra bonuses that are listed below. Make sure to add those to cart, and then go ahead and check out. Put free in the promo code, and only pay for shipping and handling just to get this. And I'll get it out to you ASAP. I love you guys. I'm wishing you the best. I'm really hoping that we could meet on that same plane. See you there.